Hello my friends, it is December the 19th of 2023. This video is about my top 10 albums of 2023. So yeah, I've listened to a lot of metal albums that were released this year, and I also listened to a lot of older metal albums as well. And so yeah, so many great metal albums that were released this year. So I decided to make my top 10 list and put a lot of thought into this list. And so yeah, let's get right into it. At number 10, Enisum with Forgotten Mountains. Incredible atmospheric black metal out of Italy. This is a band that I've been familiar with for many years, but it's only been over the past several months that I've really gotten heavily into them. And yeah, I had to pick up this album right here. This is an album that came out earlier this year, and yeah, just phenomenal stuff right here. Very atmospheric, of course, very melodic. Just love the mood so much. It just transports you out of this world. I love that album cover as well. Just looks really good. And yeah, just great musicianship and excellent production on this album. Just incredible stuff. Definitely a band that I'll be getting much more into going forward. Okay, so yeah, incredible stuff. All right, so coming at number 10 is Enisum with Forgotten Mountains. And number 9, Primordial with How It Ends. I've been a huge fan of Primordial for a couple of years now. And yeah, incredible band. They have more of that kind of like black and folk metal style. They have some more kind of like doomier elements as well. And so yeah, they haven't released an album, I believe, since 2018. So I was definitely anticipating them releasing a new album, and then they announced that they were releasing this album, and of course I had to pick up a copy. And yeah, just another great Primordial album. This band has been so consistent. They have never put out a bad album. They've only put out great albums, and this is just another great album from them. Just amazing songwriting here. It's very dark and melancholic sounding. Folk elements, of course. Just incredible vocals and guitar work. Just amazing stuff. I mean, Primordial are a band that always delivers the goods. And yeah, just love this album so much. Okay, so coming at number 9 is Primordial with How It Ends. At number 8, Immortal with War Against All. Immortal are of course a very legendary band. They were part of that whole second wave of black metal that came out of Norway back in the early 1990s, and they put out quite a few albums over the years. Of course, Demon Oz is the only member of Immortal now, and he's an incredible songwriter. He's crafted an excellent batch of songs here, and yeah, his songwriting is it's very good. Lots of very catchy and heavy songs in this album. For example, the song War Against All, which is the opening song on this album. It's just so heavy and intense and fast, but also very catchy as well. War God, for example, just has some of the best riffs Immortal has ever written. And yeah, if you like their previous album that they came out with, you'll definitely enjoy this one. It's just another solid Immortal album, and Demon Oz is just doing a fantastic job. Yeah, really enjoyed this one, and been blasting it quite a bit this year, and excellent stuff, that's for sure. Okay, so coming at number 8 is Immortal with War Against All. And number 7, Wolves in the Throne Room with the Crypt of Ancestral Knowledge. I've been a huge fan of Wolves in the Throne Room for many years, since they released the album 200s, and that album came out many years ago, and so I've been keeping up on this band ever since. And this is an EP right here, and yeah, just incredible stuff. There's just a certain magic to this band. They just take you out of this world, and they just do something that's just absolutely incredible. It's just so mind-blowing, this music. Love that album cover as well. It has this sort of wintry, cavernous type of look to it. That's what this album does. It transports you to this world. Yeah, just very well written music right here. Excellent production. And this is a band that's been very consistent. They've definitely developed their sound further throughout the years, and they've evolved very nicely. And yeah, so it'll be nice if they put out another full-length album. Like I said, this is an EP, but yeah, still an excellent release from this band. And yeah, I just love this band so much, and this is another great album from them. Okay, so coming at number 7 is Wolves in the Throne Room with the Crypt of Ancestral Knowledge. And number 6 is Enslaved with Heimdal. Enslaved are a band that I've been a massive fan of for many years. I been a fan of theirs since like my early 20s. I remember picking up the album Isa and just being absolutely blown away by it. I do have all their full-length albums, and as well as some of their EPs, and yeah, just such a phenomenal band. They were of course a part of that whole second wave of black metal as well that came out of Norway back in the early 1990s. They've released a lot of albums throughout the years, and their sound has definitely changed and evolved quite a bit throughout the years. I guess you could call it sort of like progressive black metal with sort of like some classic prog rock elements and other types of elements as well. They are such a unique band that has their own unique sound and unique identity, and they have been such a consistent band throughout the years as well. They just continue to put out incredible albums, and Heimdal is definitely another excellent album from this band. It definitely took me a while to sort of get into this album. It wasn't as immediate as some of their other albums, so I was a little bit uncertain at first, but once I started listening to more, I realized how incredible this album is, and yeah, just amazing songs on this album, and I highly recommend this one. Alright, so coming at number 6 is Enslaved with Heimdal. At number 5, Afsky with hundrede. This is a phenomenal atmospheric black metal band out of Denmark. This is a one-man band. I've been a fan of this band for, I guess, maybe close to 2 years now. I have their previous album that they had released, and so I have been following this band for a little while now, and just incredible stuff. Very melancholic sounding, very depressive sounding, so I guess you could almost call it like depressive atmospheric black metal. I wouldn't necessarily lump them in with the DSBM crowd, but it definitely has that depressive sound to it. Very full sounding. It has this nice layered guitar sound, very fast and intense as well, but also very melodic. Yeah, just love the mood and the energy of these songs, and yeah, just very, very well written songs. To me, this is just some incredible black metal right here. Definitely has all the elements that I prefer within black metal, and yeah, just love this band so much. Just incredible stuff, and this album is just absolutely phenomenal. Okay, so coming at number 5 is Afsky with hundrede. At number 4, Shining with their self-titled album. Excellent album right here. Shining are a band that's been around for quite a long time. They're a black metal band, or sort of like a depressive black metal band out of Sweden. They've been around since the 1990s, and were one of the bands that was sort of fundamental in sort of developing the depressive black metal type of sound. They definitely developed their sound further. They have a very progressive type of sound. They definitely incorporate some other elements as well, so they definitely sort of removed themselves from that sort of traditional depressive black metal sound, and yeah, a band that I've kind of sort of neglected for whatever reason. I've been familiar with them for so long, but it's only been over the past maybe a year or so that I've really gotten heavily into this band, and I just love them so much. And you know, I should have gotten into them earlier, but better late than never, right? But yeah, just incredible album right here. So many great songs on here, and I don't know what else to say about this album. It's just a masterpiece in my opinion, and a definite 10 out of 10 right here. The musicianship is just top notch. The songs are just very memorable, very dark and dismal sounding, but they do incorporate lots of different elements as well. A very layered type of sound with just so much is going on, and Nicholas, the vocalist, he's just a phenomenal vocalist, very unique and a very skilled vocalist, and the musicianship all around is just incredible on this album. Excellent guitar work and drumming and everything. This album is just absolutely mind-blowing, and I just enjoy it so much. Okay, so coming at number 4 is Shining with their self-titled album. Coming at number 3 is Ahab with the Curled Tombs. Ahab, I've been a big fan of theirs for quite a number of years now, but I hadn't really kept up on them for quite some time, and then they announced that they were releasing this album, so I decided to purchase it, and it's a lot better than what I anticipated. A lot better. I mean, I didn't realize how incredible this band actually is, and this album is just phenomenal. I've listened to this album a lot this year, and they have more of that kind of like a funeral doom type of sound, but I think they've kind of developed their sound further beyond that. They definitely changed their sound somewhat throughout the years, and very melodic as well. You know, it's very dynamic. It just sort of ebbs and flows, and it just takes you out of this world as well. It just transports you somewhere else. It's just incredibly mind-blowing what this album does, and that cover as well is just excellent. It's like this album transports you to this underworld, this sort of ocean type of world here. Yeah, just excellent album. The production, the musicianship is just incredible. The songwriting is excellent as well. Very memorable songs with lots of unique and catchy melodies, and just love the mood so much and the atmosphere. It's very dark, but they have, you know, different elements going on here. It's just very unique sounding, and just incredible. It's just so good, this album. Okay, so coming in number 3 is Ahab with the Coral Tombs. At number 2, Austere with Corrosion of Hearts. Just a phenomenal album. I just love this album so much, and I've listened to this album a lot this year. There were times where that's all I listened to was this album. I remember for like several weeks in a row I just listened to this album every day. It's just incredible, this album. They definitely have more of that kind of atmospheric black metal type of sound, with sort of like a depressive black metal sound as well. Very dark sounding, very melancholic sounding, but just very unique and rich and full sounding, very layered. There's just so much going on within this album. Just the songwriting is just incredible. You can tell they really spent a long time just really crafting these songs, because there are only 4 songs on this album. They're about 10 minutes in length each, and they just take you on this journey, and they just I just love the mood and just the feeling that this album creates. It's just incredible. I just love this album so much. An album that I will continue to love for the rest of my life, for sure. This band is phenomenal. I do have their other 2 albums. This is, if you're not familiar with them, a band out of Australia. It's a 2-man band. They've been around for quite a number of years, and then they split up many years ago, I think back in like 2011, and then they reunited about a year or so ago, and then came out with this album this year, and just absolutely mind-blowing, this album. They just did a phenomenal job here. Okay, love it so much. All right, so that is Austere with Corrosion of Hearts at number 2. All right, and my number 1 album for 2023 is Catatonia with Sky Void of Stars. Yeah, anybody that knows me, I'm sure they would have anticipated me picking this album, because I just love Catatonia so much. Just a band that I just adore so much, and I listen to Catatonia like almost every day. And this album is just absolutely mind-blowing. 10 out of 10 for sure. Everything about it, the songwriting, every song on this album is just incredible. Very well written, very catchy. I would say this album is more immediate than some of their previous albums. Lots of great hooks on this album. I mean, the musicianship is top notch. The vocals are incredible. The guitar work is incredible. The production is just phenomenal. This band continues to release such amazing albums, and they've released so many albums throughout the years. They've been around for quite a number of years, since the early 1990s, and have definitely developed their sound and sort of altered their sound throughout the years. And but yeah, such an incredible album right here. Love it so much. An album that I listen to regularly. I've listened to this album so much this year. Yeah, excellent stuff. Okay, so coming at number 1 is Katatonia with Sky Void of Stars. Alright, so those are my top 10 albums of 2023. Incredible albums. I just love them so much, and I will continue to enjoy them. I'm definitely looking forward to 2024 and all the new releases that will be coming out. I know that a few of my favorite bands will be releasing new albums within the coming months. Those bands being Bork Nagar and Satyricon. So I'm definitely looking forward to those new albums from those bands. And there will, of course, be so many other albums that will be coming out that I will enjoy. And yeah, it's been an interesting year. There's been a lot that has happened within my life. Some good, some bad. But yeah, definitely an interesting year, that's for sure. And I do have lots of videos planned for 2024, so look out for that. And I want to say to everybody, have yourselves an excellent holiday season, a great new year, and I will definitely see you in 2024. And yeah, please leave some comments on my video. I really truly appreciate it. I'm always curious to know what you guys think. And so yeah, please leave some comments. Give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate that as well. If you don't subscribe to my channel, please subscribe. And so yeah, I want to say thank you very much for watching. And I want to say thanks to the people who watch my videos and subscribe to my channel. I really truly appreciate it. Take care, my friends. Cheers.